How does he actually feel about you? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia Moksha, here on Mostly in the Moment for another Love Pick a Card reading. We're looking at how you think he feels about you versus how he actually feels about you. We're going to look at how he feels about you and the connection between the two of you. We have 4 piles here. You may choose a pile based on the number, the image, the color, or the crystal that resonates with you. Timestamps are below. These are timeless readings and they work for any kind of connection. You are looking at little to no communication, just starting to date, long-term relationship, or if you're single. I just want to say thank you so much for your support of this work. It means a lot to me to be channeling these beautiful love energies, pure divine love energies. And with that, I hope you enjoy the readings and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 1 with the rose quartz and cut the cords of doubt card. We're looking at how you think he feels about you versus how he actually feels about you. So let's get started. We'll start with you so you can tell if this pile is for you. What is it that you think he feels about you? Rejected, 10 of mirrors. So you might feel that he has rejected you, you gave this a shot, or maybe even before you gave it a shot, or something about giving this connection space, little to no communication. You guys might have broke up before. You might have asked for some space and then it just kind of slowly fell apart. Or there might have been actual heartbreak here where someone rejected the other person, whether it was you or him. So this is a situation where you feel like you were rejected by him. And it might have been before or after you rejected him. So you might have said no to him first and then you started to like him and then he said no to you. And you're like, oh, did I mess up there? Or you were giving this a shot. It seemed like things were going good. And then out of nowhere, he said no. Or he said, we're just friends. Or I don't see you that way. Or I'm not interested right now. Or I'm too busy. Or I think we want different things. Or I like to be single for a while. I'm dating other people. Maybe he's with someone else. Maybe we just find out he's with someone else. Something along the lines where he's made himself unavailable to you. Okay. Fixed signs: stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. So we got the Taurus, Leo, Virgo, Aquarius. Okay, so yeah, they might have felt they accidentally rejected you, or that you are with someone else, or you gave them a shot and then they didn't reciprocate and now they want to be with you and you're like, no. So it could go vice versa. It depends on your situation. But the main thing here is that both of you at one point saw the other person as someone who you're like, oh, this could have been the one. You feel like this person's loyal. This person is dependable. This person is a good person to be with. Like, you can see yourselves being happy in the future together. You saw, like, they see you as someone who is dependable, someone who's going to help them achieve long-term goals. Yeah, so it feels like you are like the safe bet. You might feel like they thought you were like a safe bet. You can't go wrong. You like look good. Like, you might think they feel like you look good enough. You have a good enough status. You have good enough connections with your friends and families and coworkers and other people. Like you're like the stable choice. You're like the good choice. So you might feel like they thought you were like not middle of the road, but like something a little extra special, but someone good enough. I'm hearing good enough. So you might thought that he thought you were good enough. What about in terms of a connection? How do you think he feels about you in terms of a connection? Polite declaration. You move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. So you might feel that he thinks that you will do whatever you have to do in life to stay happy, stay relevant. Like, I feel like if you needed to move for a work situation, you would move. If you had to move for a family situation, or move a date around, or move a vacation around for a family member, like, you would do that. Like, you just do what you feel is right, or you feel like doing in the moment. And, you know, if you're interested in someone, you'll let them know that you're interested in them. Once you find out that they no longer work for you, it's like, cut it all off. So you might think that he thinks you kind of just go with the wind, go with the flow. You might be willing to change directions more so than most people. Which is funny because you're a very stable, dependable person. That's how you see yourself, or that's how you think he sees you. But if something doesn't give you stability and loyalty back, you're like willing to part ways. You're loyal and dependable to yourself first and foremost. Like, if there's a job situation or someone that you care about has a situation, you're there. And that could be your partner. That could be your significant other, if they prove to be loyal and dependable and give you something stable to you. So you might believe that he's looking for he might see you as someone who does what needs to be done, and you can do that with or without him. Yeah, like, he could commit, he can be there, and you'll add him to your life, and he'll be one of those people that, like, you'll drop everything for, you know, if there's an emergency. Or he can leave that offer and you'll be fine, and you will continue living your life the best way you know how. So that's how you feel like you might come off to him, how he might see you. Yeah, 5 of Cups. But you might feel like he doesn't see you as everything, and that might bother you a little bit. Like, that he doesn't see you as just a relationship. Like, I feel like you might think that he just sees you as someone you're supposed to settle down with, someone you're supposed to grow up with, do the adult things, make future plans. So someone that, like, people expect you to be with, or to kind of live your societal role, or the role that your family expects you to live out. So, you know, you might think that he sees you as someone that, like, is just an expectation of life, just someone to do life things with, just someone you're supposed to settle down with, you're supposed to live with someone, get married to someone, have kids with someone, have a home with someone, just, you know, have a marriage with someone, do your normal thing like everyone else in the neighborhood is doing, kind of thing. You might think that he sees you that way, as just someone to do life things with. But with that train whistle right there, train whistles for me indicate a positive confirmation that Spirit is saying, yeah, he does see you as someone to do all those things, but not in the way that you're seeing it. Like, he doesn't think, like, boring stability is boring. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be worried that he sees you as someone he just like has to do these things with, and might be bored by it, or not feel like it's everything he wants in life, and more. But Spirit is saying, no, this is not a bad thing. Like, he likes someone who is stable, and it's not like boring to him, but someone who can be more like enjoy the quiet things more. Be polite, be kind, be an upright citizen of that town or city or whatever. He doesn't want it because he thinks that's what's expected of him. He wants it for himself. He genuinely wants it. Like, and he doesn't see it as boring or something that eventually the passion will die down, the interest in each other will die down, it'll get boring and dull. No, he doesn't see it like that. He sees it as something to look forward to, and he can't wait to get to that part, the connection. So yeah, let's look into how he actually feels about you. Sweet William. Gallantry. Grant me a single smile. Sweet William Small has form and aspect bright, like that sweet flower that yields great Jove delight. What are these words? And they're so like old English. Okay, gallantry. And he likes that. He likes kind of showing you off. He doesn't see you as like this boring wife figure, you know. He sees you as someone that he's proud to show off about. Like, look at my wife. Look at the way she cooks, she cleans. Look at our home. Look at our lifestyle. Look at our beautiful, boring schedule. You know, like look at our like daily routines. Like, look at us. We're like everyone else. We're keeping up with the Joneses. You know, they dress nicely. They're polite to other people. They consider other people's feelings. They know exactly what to say. They're courteous. They're mild-mannered, or at least they come off that way to other people in public. They like this show and tell of like, look at our life. Look at how like perfect it is. Look at how normal it is. They like that part of life. Just the humdrum moments of everyday life, how beautiful these everyday moments can be. Really chilled out, relaxed, laid back kind of person I'm getting from his energy. Reconciliation. It does feel like with the rejected and the reconciliation card that there was some sort of a break between the two of you. So there might have been a situation where you guys broke up and then got back together, or where things didn't go right the first time, or, you know, there was a break in the connection. Yeah. So they feel like, oh, now we're on the same page. Now we're on the same page. Like, she gets what I want. I feel like maybe you're trying to overreach. Maybe you're trying to give him something more than what he was asking for. Maybe you felt like you weren't enough, or maybe you felt like the life with him wasn't enough for you. And now I feel like he's pulled you over to his side a little bit, where you're starting to look at the small moments in life and appreciating them, and like caring less about other things, just kind of focusing on more of the daily life between the two of you. I'm getting routines. Routines is important. Fitting in with society is important. Just kind of having a good, stable, well-balanced day-to-day life is important. They don't need like fireworks and grand gestures and the most expensive this or that. Like, they just want normalcy. They find beauty in the normal things in life. And that isn't a dig at you. In fact, it's a compliment to you, because they feel like they can have that with you. Doing normal things, enjoying the normal things, and letting that be more than enough. You know, I feel like for you, you kind of want more. You know, more in the connection, more romance, more this and that, more out of your life, more goals, which is not a bad thing either. But I feel like they're the ones who ground you. Okay. So how do they feel about the connection between the two of you? Communication is key. I think what is going on here with this connection, Spirit is saying compromise. So I'm getting that both of you are kind of getting even with your energies. Like, I feel like the two of you, like, you were kind of like on this like high level energy, and they were really, really grounded and like taking life slowly, one thing at a time. And you're here like, let's go, let's go, let's go. I want to do this and that. And I want so many interests, so many things to do, so many options. And there, and like, it's this kind of like, both of you needed to kind of even each other out. So you're bringing more excitement, more adventure, more uniqueness to the connection, going out of the norm, and he's bringing more normalcy and more like stability and more like a slow down vibe. Like, not, it's not like anything negative, it's just more kind of like calm, more peaceful, more grounded, down to earth. And you're more like exciting and bring the hype. So it's just kind of, both of you kind of needed each other's energy to kind of compromise and come to this point where he's giving a little more and you're, toning it down a little bit as well. Yeah, private victory. Okay, 6 of Wands, whenever it comes out in reverse, it means for me a private victory. So I feel like the two of you are going to be enjoying a lot of fun moments together as you enjoy activities together that's a little bit of him and a little bit of you, Maybe a spontaneous trip to the market. It's a little bit of him, it's a little bit of you. It kind of evens out the energy. Not that he can't be exciting and want more than just normal things in life. And it's not that you don't like quiet things and more smaller moments either. It's just kind of like you both needed to compromise. And I think that's why communication is here from Spirit, saying like you two want the same things, but you two, I feel a little bit of stubbornness. Yeah, especially with the fixed signs. Like, I feel like both of you are slightly stubborn. It's like, I want my life this way. I want life that way. I want the connection this way. I want connection that way. I want us to work on this goal. I want us to work on that goal. It's like both of you want both. Both of you want what you want and what he wants. Both of you want what each other wants. But it's just kind of like, it's not your way or his way. It's both of your ways. Like, both of you need to just kind of, you're on the same page and you just don't know it. Like, you just need to communicate more a little bit, or just like realize that you both want the same thing. Show each other that you would like this also in your life. Slow it down a little bit. Be a little bit more spontaneous, adventurous sometimes here and there. Kind of just figure out your flow. That's what it is. Both of you just need to figure out your flow. And communication, that's the best way to get on the same flow. And I do see what Spirit here with the 6 of Wands in reverse. Like, there is going to be a lot of success in your private lives, in your own personal connection with each other. There is victory here. So if you were wondering, because it says cut the cords of doubt, if this person is right for you, if this person, can you make this person happy? Do they want to be with you? Can they make you happy? Yeah, Spirit is saying, yeah, there's victory here. Like, a lot of success in this connection. A lot of fun times together, sharing special moments, fun, spontaneous, exciting, adventurous moments, and a lot of chill, quiet, just sitting with each other, enjoying little moments, enjoying normal things together as well. So, really good sign, Pile 1. Really excited for you and these beautiful, exciting date nights I'm getting. I'm like, or even like going to the market in the morning, or going shopping in the afternoon, or just grabbing some ice cream, or whatever, a day trip or something. I do see a lot of fun times ahead for you in the near future. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you resonated or liked the reading, I really appreciate a like or comment. Thank you so much for your support of this work. It means a lot to me. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 2, the Amazonite and the Fearless Expression card. We're looking at how you think he feels about you versus how he actually feels about you. So let's start with what you think he feels about you, so you can tell if this pile is for you. And it might, reveal some stuff to you that might be helpful in the way that you view him and the connection. Okay, so how do you think he feels about you as a person? Queen of Flutes, the caregiver. So you might feel like he sees you as such a tender, kind, generous person who knows what to say when someone opens up to you, wants to be vulnerable with you. You kind of know what to say back, how to be kind, how to be gentle, non-judgmental. Whereas they feel like they might not know what to say. They might say the wrong things, or they feel like they don't say the right things to you all the time. They might feel like they're not as gentle and flawless in the way that they connect with other people as much as you. They might feel like you might think that they see you as someone more motherly, in good ways and bad ways. Like, I feel like you like it because you feel like, your cooking is well thought of, just like his mother, or maybe he didn't get much home cooked meals from his parents or something growing up, and so he appreciates those gestures that take a lot of love and energy, and just helping him like pick out clothes or take care of himself. So you like that because you like the fact that he sees you as a feminine figure that can help him in those ways. But you kind of worry that sometimes he just sees you as a motherly type being and maybe not see you as, the sexual goddess that you are. Okay, so what do you think he feels about you? Earth. Persistence, patience, and practicality. Yeah, again, I'm getting that energy of like, oh, you're so reliable, you're so grounded, down to earth, you take care of your responsibilities, you seem like you would take care of your children really well, you take care of the family, you would be the matriarch, you're someone I can count on. If something happened with my car in the middle of the night, I can call you up and I know you'll be there. You're not like crazy with money. You know how to like spend reasonably. You know how to like look for deals. You know how to look for best quality of things, whatever it is. Like, I feel like they see you as someone reliable. At least you think that they see you as someone who's really reliable, really grounded. And it might give you the feeling like that's one of the bigger reasons they're with you. But the Queen of Cups and the Earth energies, it also indicates like, you're good in bed as well. But it does feel like you sometimes might feel like they see you as this person who can provide these services. Oh my God. Not in like that way, but like someone who is able to provide these services in the way that he likes it, and not as like a actual person, or they can look past the personalities because of what you have to offer or something like that, and that makes you feel kind of like a little uneasy sometimes. Okay, what about the connection? How do you think he feels about the connection you two have? Life is better together. Seek assistance from your community. Connect with family, friends, or others who will support you. It can be simple as making a phone call. So I am getting this energy that that they are loyal, that they want to be with you. But sometimes I get the feeling is like they're just with you because it makes life easier for them and better for them. And I'm getting this kind of feeling of like, do they see me or do they see through me to just what I have to offer? Like physical services and, the things that like the perks of a relationship kind of thing, Like, do they see me then more than the perks? They see me as a person. Two of Pentacles in reverse. The connection is strong. The connection isn't going anywhere. You know it. He knows it. And sometimes you feel like, is that a bad thing? Does he rely on the fact that I won't betray him? Like, does he take that for granted? Does he take the things that I do for granted? There's that little bit of a feeling, it's like, after all these years, does he still appreciate me? Or, can he see through what I bring to the relationship and like me for me, my personality, my quirks, my intellect, my intuition, my interests, your sense of humor, your taste in music, your opinions on food and politics and everything and anything. Like, that's like, you feel like sometimes like you two kind of get into like a routine, and sometimes he might not appreciate like the things that you do for him, or forget that you're a person who has interests and a personality and likes interesting conversations, funny conversations, and you wonder if he forgets that sometimes. Well, let's see, how does he actually feel about you? Mongolia, nobility and self-esteem. There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self. Hemingway. They do hold you in high esteem right off the bat. They do understand that they are getting a very valuable woman. That's why they picked you in the first place. That's why they pursued you, I'm hearing, in the first place, or want to pursue you in the first place. Let's see. Beauty. And not for nothing, it was definitely your looks, how hot you are, how beautiful you are, that attracted him to you first and foremost. At the end of the day, if he is still a man and he was attracted to you right off the bat at first glance. First time he saw you, he was like, wow, who is that chick? Who is that woman? She's incredibly hot. Oh my goodness. Like, if I could only get a chance with a woman like that, like, I doubt it. So yeah, they did see you as just someone who's incredibly beautiful. And then as they got to know you, they saw you as kind of like you come, like whether you do come from a really like noble family or not, like, it feels like you did. It feels like you should be living a more regal life, or more like life of nobility. You should be well known for your wisdom, your craft, your beauty. I'm getting like kind of like that hometown beauty, like that woman that's like just incredibly beautiful, but she comes from a small town. She lives in a small town, and that's like what she'll always be, or she'll always kind of be in that kind of environment with like less people. It's like, oh, like she should be known around the world. Like, she should be known around the country. Like, she's beautiful. She has like high value. You can just tell by the way that she carries herself. Like, how did no one else like scoop her up, kind of thing. Like, he felt like he had no chance with you in the beginning. Oh, he knows. Pal 2. Oh, he knows. He knows how lucky he got. He knows how lucky he is. He wouldn't have stand a chance if you like kind of decided to live in the city, or pursue like a different kind of life, a more grander, more like kind of public life. Like, he wouldn't have had a chance. He knows. He definitely knows. Okay, so what does he think about you in terms of a relationship? Work through your fears. Okay, I'm hearing, okay, so for most of you, I'm getting this has been a long-term connection. If not, like, this definitely has the potential to be a long-term connection, or it feels like you two have been together for a long time, even though it's been not that long. Like, it might be like that you two kind of turn into this like domesticated partnership, like immediately. You might have moved in sooner in the relationship, or you might have, maybe one or both of you had kids, so the family obligations kind of popped up right off the bat, or something like that, where like you two were kind of flung into the relationship, and it feels like you two have been together for a long time, even though it's been a short time because of your circumstances. So I do get that he had a lot of fears that he had to work through just by being with you, because you are so incredibly beautiful and because you are so elegant and graceful. It's intimidating. They didn't think they could be with you at first. Yeah, you are good in bed, he's saying. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you are good in bed. Yeah, you are super beautiful. Yeah, you're super kind, tender, nurturing. You tend to my emotional needs. You're very grounded. You have a good head on your shoulders. You make the relationship work and keep the energy between us flowing. Of course, I know that life is better with you, and if anything that you feel was like them not appreciating you enough, or fears that you might have that they might stop appreciating the little things that you do, or even the big things that you do, if they, worrying about if they stop calling you beautiful and giving you compliments, like, because women need that from their men, saying thank you, appreciating all the things that you do for them. They just had a moment where they had to kind of work through their fears. I feel like this was in the past because the card came out in reverse, that this was in the recent past where they had to work through all their fears of being with someone like you. It's a lot for someone to take on, to be with someone who is that, like, good looking and that has that much, like, elegance. It's really hard to hold a light to you, at times. Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups. Yeah, see? So they're like, no, it's not just your beauty or your inner beauty or your feminine nature or your intuition or your kindness or your gentleness. It's all of it, I'm hearing. It's all of it. What does that mean? I'm getting with this, like, fearless expression and the 2 Queen of Cups card. It's there's I'm getting, you're terrifying, and in the best possible way, because you have so much power within you. You know how, like, they say, like mother bear energy, like if someone were to threaten their loved one, if someone were to threaten your loved one, you would go mama bear on them. Like, you would definitely, you have this, like, ferociousness underneath that, like, seemingly quiet, gentle surface. Like, there is a fierce power within you, and they can see it, they can feel it. Also, with the Queen of Cups here, I feel like you're incredibly creative, very talented. I'm hearing it, like, it's a shame not more people know about you. Like, you have the looks, you have the talent. You should own the world. Yeah, and especially with the dolphins here again. Yeah, and like, yeah, and not to sound so crude, but like, yeah, you're very good in bed as well. So it's just it's not, they won't ever stop appreciating you. They would know how lucky they are. If anything, they sometimes have a fear that they're not enough for you, or that you'll want to leave them, or that, not leave them, but like that you'll question why you're with them. So you're here wondering if they'll ever, like, give you enough compliments, attention, affection, and they're here worried about like if their attention, affection, and compliments are enough to keep someone as wonderful as you. You see the mirror there. But yeah, I there's nothing wrong here, and I feel like if there is anything that is an issue that pops up, that arises, like I feel like you pile 2 are so emotionally mature, or very, very courageous when it comes to saying what's on your mind and saying how you feel, that you're able to overcome almost any obstacle in a relationship, even just by yourself. But you bring your partner along, you know, for all your achievements and all your successes, and you teach them how to kind of go deep in their emotions, which is really good because you need that. You need depth of emotions. You need a lot of like love. You need a lot of like deep conversations and deep romantic gestures. I'm not saying grand, I'm saying deep. Like you need to feel it from the depths of their soul sometimes, you know, once in a while. And they definitely seem like they're up to the task. So, and they do appreciate you. They definitely see you for like the queen that you are. All right, so pile 2, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If it resonated or you liked the reading, I really appreciate a like or comment. Thank you so much for the support of this work. I think it's super important, bringing in more divine love in your life and everyone's life that resonate with us in our community. So with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3 with the Citrine and the Cozy Up with Risk card. We're looking at how you think he feels about you versus how he actually feels about you. So let's get started with your energies, what you think he feels about you. And it'll just be interesting to see if you get more information about how you might feel. Looking at things from your perspective, you might pick up on things that you might have not thought about before. So it might be helpful in that way. And that way you know this pile is for you as well. The end. Okay, yeah, so this might be the feeling that things are seriously transforming. I'm kind of getting like an ultimatum kind of feeling. It's like either this happens or this is over. From like whatever happens on his end, I feel like you're like, okay, like either he's gonna come forward or he's gonna step up or he's gonna, you know, take action, or I'm moving on. Or he might have been one step at the door, he might be thinking of leaving, or you might feel like he's leaving. You might think that he thinks you're leaving. But there's this energy definitely between the two of you where it's like, if things don't change, I'm gonna make the change kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, necessary risk, huh? Okay, Neptune. Dream and transcend. Yeah, because I don't see this as a bad change. I feel like whatever transformation is happening in the connection between the two of you was like a very much a necessary change. It, like with the Neptune card, dreams and transcending, it feels like you're better than this. You're better than this current situation, and you know it. And you chose them for a reason, so they have the choice to like feel like they're better than the situation and do something about it, or you know, you're no longer going to accept living at this level. So whatever is the situation between you and your person, like I feel like you're not going to have it anymore. You're like, I'm better than this. I know I deserve better. I know I can have better. So either you come with me or I'm going to have to go. It's really come down to that, I'm getting. If it's not about leaving the connection, or yeah, it is some sort of major transformation. So it might be something that you're asking him to do, or he's asking you to do. That's kind of like, well, if you want me to do that, then you have to show me this, or something like that. Or There's something that you want, a project, a home, certain level of comfort, increase in finances, better health or mental health for one or both of you, better situation for your children or your family or something like that. There's some things like, well, I need better, and are we going to work together to achieve that, or do I have to make this change on my own, which is not preferable, but it's like do or die time, right? All right, so how do you think he feels about the connection? Seeing both sides, take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective. Yeah, so I feel like he's playing kind of devil's advocate, like he's playing both sides. So this might be a situation actually where it's like choose my side or the other side, but like either way you have to choose now. Like, what is it that you want? There is a choice, there is transformation, and there is like this ultimatum in the connection at this time. You might have presented it, he might have presented it, but both of you can see both each other's side in this situation. But it's kind of like, all right, like I get it, like I'm not like a evil person, like I'm sympathetic, I'm empathetic, like I can see where you're coming from, but like I need to put my foot down, like a decision needs to be made. I can't be waiting forever, or I can't live like this forever. Like there needs to be a deadline of some sort. You're putting up some boundaries, especially with the hammerhead shark. So I got like putting the foot down. Like something needs to be like decided on. Like this is it. This is as much as you can take. So I feel like you might think that he's seeing this as like enough is enough from you, and like I need an answer. Like I need to know where I'm going next in the connection in my life. Like this is not how I saw us living for the foreseeable future, or this is not what I thought like we would be at for a long time. Like we have to do something about it. Like, are you doing something about it? There's a little bit of frustration energy I can feel from your end. Okay. Explorer of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it seems like there's no long-term goals that's being worked on right now, and it's like frustrating the heck out of you. Pile 3, I can feel like you're a dreamer. You have big dreams, big goals for your life, and you're not someone who just sits around waiting for someone else to take charge. You know what you want, and you know how to get it. You're a hard worker. You're goal-oriented. You understand. I feel like you're a reasonable person. You understand if like there's, you fall down sometimes in life, you have to get back up, and that might take a little while. But there's something about this where this is like, no, they haven't been making any moves for a very long time. They haven't been giving you any guarantees. They don't have anything to show for the work that they're putting in, or like quote unquote work. Like they haven't been showing you any progress. They haven't been showing you that they're willing to step up for long-term goals and projects and plans. And so you're like, you know what? I'm better than this. I know what I want in life. If you're not going to be putting effort into this, I can't do it myself. I'm going to have to find other people or find someone else, or, I'm going to have to let this go. Or find a different solution. Yeah. So there is this energy of like, I can't wait around forever. You're going to have to make a call. And I feel like at this point you're just so frustrated with them. It's just kind of like, you've already took up so much of my time and energy and effort. Like, I don't even care if you don't want to be with me anymore, or if you don't want to pursue this with me anymore. Like, I literally am at my wit's end. I will move on. I'll move forward. Like, thank you for wasting my time. Please don't waste any more of it, Or more like, I forgive myself and I forgive you for wasting my time, but I'm not going to let you waste any more of it. All right, so what do they actually feel about you? How do they actually feel about you? Daffodil. Rebirth, new beginnings, and it came out in reverse. So they are going to take this energy and try to leverage it and try to be like, hey, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. Let's like start over. Let's start from the beginning, or let's try this new thing. Let's try this new way. Let's, try for a kid again, or let's get ourselves out of this rut or this difficult situation. You're right. We should move forward. Okay, I'm getting for some of you, this is like fake. Like they're just saying this, but that's because they want to keep you, and they're not actually going to have the energy to kind of push forward. And for others of you, I do feel like this is a huge wake-up call for them. They needed this ultimatum. They needed this this kick in the butt from you. Okay, so how do they actually feel about you? Commitment. Yeah, they really do want to stay with you, and they will do whatever it takes. And so for most of you, that is kind of get their ish together and solve this problem that's in the connection. And for others of you, it's just kind of do the bare minimum or say whatever they have to say in order to kind of stay with you. Okay, let's look at how they actually feel about the connection with you, because that will tell a lot. Look at the bigger picture. Yeah, that's the issue here with the Knight of Pentacles here in reverse, and look at the bigger picture that came out in reverse. The Neptune came out in reverse. It's like they can't think long term. They can't think long term. They're having a hard time thinking long term. For some of you, I'm getting like, yeah, they're just poor at time management, organizing their life. Anyone can figure out their life if they just put energy and effort into it, but I feel like they don't want to and they're being lazy. For others of you, like this person is like, you know what? I've been kind of looking at everything that's miserable around me and not paying attention to everything else that I have going for me, everything else that I could be working on. Like I can use that to pull myself out of this hole that I've been in. And thank you, Pile 3. Thank you so much for making me realize that I have things to work on. I have things going for me. I have beautiful Pile 3 and I have our beautiful future. Let me look at that. Let me look into the future. Let me let that motivate me and inspire me. So we have, two different kinds of people. You'll know what your person is, Pile 3, intuitively. Which one is your person. Okay, so their true feelings about the connection between the two of you. The Chariot, yeah. So again, it came out in reverse. Again, I'm getting the 2 to 2 energies. Again, just a reminder, this is a reading for a lot of people. So it's, Spirit's going to try to bring in as messages for as many groups as possible. So we have that 2 groups, like one where it's just like, yeah, Pile 3, like you got to take the risk, give them an ultimatum, stand up for yourself and put up boundaries, right? And for the other group, it's kind of like that's the kick in the butt that they needed, and then they'll show up and then everything will start moving forward because you're showing them how serious you are about like making drastic changes in this connection and like with or without them. And so that kind of woke them up and they are ready to kind of do the work that's necessary, and you will see the results of your hard work, because that's a really hard thing to do, to stand up to the person that you love, make a declaration of great change, take that risk. It's really difficult. It's hard to do. For the person that you love, someone that you put a lot of time, energy, and effort into, standing up for what you believe in, standing up for the life that you want and that you deserve. It's a hard thing to do with someone that you love and you spend a lot of time with. The others of you, the Chariot came out in reverse. This might be someone who may not ever be able to change their ways. The zebras can't change their stripes. It's kind of like they might always be that kind of person who brings you down, who kind of looks at the day-to-day life and they can't think long-term. They like short-term gratification. They like the more superficial things in life, and maybe you're ready to grow beyond that. Maybe they can only think for themselves. Maybe they're a little bit more selfish. So you you got your work cut out for you if you want to stay with them, pile 3, but it's your choice. And it feels like you're giving them an ultimatum, and it's like you show your worth to your own self. You show yourself your own self-worth by sticking by the ultimatum that you give them, sticking by the, option you give them, the decision that you make, and but I'm getting for most of you, because if you've been attracted to this reading, if you've been guided to this reading and to my energies, and it's not just my energies, it's energies of people who subscribe and view this channel, like it's our collective energies are really has a high frequency, so it's really, really divine and positive and kind and like more pure and more loving, more intuitive. You're definitely needed to give this person a wake-up call, and you definitely need to show that you are willing to stand up for yourself and for the life that you deserve. And it does seem like that you start to work on bigger goals, more long-term goals, and they do put in the energy and effort, and things start moving more quickly once they got this swift kick in the butt. So congrats to you for standing up for yourself and what you believe in, pile 3. It's what the connection needed. So I hope this reading was helpful and resonated. If you liked it or if it helped, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 4, with the Ocean, Jasper, and Feed Your Artist card. We're looking at how you think he feels about you, and then how he actually feels about you. And this will let you know, we're going to start with you first. This will let you know if this is the right pile for you, and also more importantly, if there's some way that you see this connection, or you feel about this connection, or something that can give you confirmation, or something you might have not thought about in regards to how you see yourself, or how you might see him, that might be helpful to you. Okay, so let's start with how you think he feels about you. 3 of Roses, next destination. Oh, interesting. It's the 3 of Wands. So I feel like jet setting, I'm hearing. I feel like he's really excited to kind of go on this next adventure with you, to start this new leg of the journey, like this new next chapter of your lives together. It seems like it's going to be fun, it's exciting, you're going to be traveling a lot, or you're going to be trying new things. You're just going to be spending a lot of time together, going on dates, going on more expensive than usual dates. And you feel like he's really excited to see what happens in this next chapter of your lives together. And you feel a sense of excitement. He likes hanging out with you. He likes being around you, spending time with you. He likes going on dates with you, talking to you, checking up on you, seeing what you're interested in. You're definitely feeling the vibes of he's interested, and he's interested to know more. He's definitely sticking around to see what's next. 4th house, cultural and familial roots, home, peace, and comfort. Yeah, so it might have felt like you two have been kind of spending a lot of time, like I'm hearing locally. So you might have spent a lot of time just going on dates closer to each other. Maybe you both have like a tight schedule, so it's kind of like you could only get time to kind of chat with each other after work, or spend time with each other on the weekends, or like it's been kind of just like at your place or his place, or maybe you two live together, or just kind of staying in that same general area, that same town or whatever. Maybe you are at distance and you can only really talk to each other on the phone. So it feels like you two have been kind of like stuck or confined to your own individual spaces, or in like a small area. And you haven't had much time to kind of get out of the house, or kind of explore things, see new places, or even go on vacations together. And he wants to explore things with you. He wants to, even like things like seeing your family more, hanging out with your family more, you hanging out with his, just like getting to know your culture and your background more about you if they're different, just kind of where you grew up, just more things about you, kind of visit these places that have significance to you, places that you always want to see, things that make you feel excited, calm, peaceful. They just want to know things about you, places you've been, places you like to go, and vice versa. They want to show you places they like and stuff like that. So you have this feeling that they kind of want to like get out more, get out of your normal places, dates, conversations, and things like that. Okay, so how do you feel he feels about the connection? What do you think he feels about the connection? Distinctive potential. Rely on your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible. Use your determination to hang in there until you realize a goal. Yes, I do feel like there's something unique about this connection. Maybe you two are at a distance. Maybe you two are friends for a very long time, little to no communication for a long time, or you met once and this just randomly appeared in your life again. Or maybe you did things quote unquote backwards. Maybe you had a kid first with this person and then got married and then started dating each other. Like, those things are, it just seems like things are a little bit different. Maybe you worked and you couldn't date with each other at first because they were in the same office, or this is someone you don't usually go for. This is not usually your type, or you're not usually his type, or you two come from different cultural backgrounds, religious backgrounds, statuses, something like that. And so they're really interested in discovering more about you, and you're really just interested in discovering more about them. And that's what's kind of interesting about this connection. Because even though you two have known each other for a very long time, or have been with each other for a long time, or like knew of each other for a long time, it's kind of like you don't know all this stuff about them. And there's so much to learn there and discover there. At least that's how you think that he feels. 8 of Wands, yeah. There's a lot of excitement about this. I feel like you can easily pick up on this. You're like, no, I don't think I know. Because like he's very interested. He's been asking me questions about the local areas to visit, or like other places to visit. What do I want to do? What things do I want to see? What things do I have to experience? What's on my bucket list? What do I want to do this season? What do I want to do next season? Something that like you haven't done before, and maybe you have an interest in something that he does and he wants to show you. So there's like a lot of exciting conversation going back and forth between the two of you. So you kind of have more of an inkling that he wants to spend time with you and try these new things or see these new areas or get to know you better. Like you probably haven't even talked about it with each other. So it's not like you think, like you pretty much know. This is just an extra confirmation for you. Maybe different countries, different cities, different activities, different cultures, different, destinations you always wanted to go to. Yeah, so just a lot of excitement here. In the 4th house, it does feel like you two are you work very well together. So you both aren't like worried about that. You're not whether this is a newer connection, you're just starting to get to know each other, or this is a long-term connection. It just feels like you both feel at home with each other. So you're not worried about like your domestic lifestyle and how you two would get along if you lived together, or if you got married, or if you had a family or combined families or anything like that. You're more like, you both kind of like, yeah, we would figure that out, or we kind of know we worked really well in that area, but I want to know more about you. I want to see things that you want to see, and there's a lot of excitement here, like willingness, like wanting to know more about each other. Okay, so how does he actually feel about you? Morning glory. Affection and determination. The morning glory, which blooms for a day, differs not at a heart from the giant pine that lives for 1,000 years. There's a feeling that they want to kind of capitalize on their intense emotions, intense feelings for you right now. They're like, hey, like I've got this spark, this fire, this desire to see the world, or to learn more about you, or to hang out more in different ways. Like, I don't want to miss this opportunity. I don't know if I'll have the time later this year, or I don't know if I'll have the time in later years. Like, I feel like going on an adventure with you. Let's strike while the iron's hot. Let's do this. So they recognize how important it is that, like, if you feel like going on an adventure, like maybe you two want to live in a different country for a few months or 6 months or a few years, whatever it is, or you want to take some time off and, go by the countryside, or maybe you want to move to a different location for a while, or maybe you want to take the whole family for a vacation, or, like while the mood is struck, like might as well like take action on it. And he realizes like, oh yeah, like who knows if like when this climate will be right again, like when everything will be working out, like when you'll have time off and they'll have time off, or when you two are still young and when the two of you still have this passion for each other, you two are just kind of, this passion is lit, like let's capitalize on it, let's do something for it, something about it. Psychic abilities, yeah. Interesting. So I'm getting that they've been picking up on your thoughts more recently. So you might have been kind of like surprised that like when you think of something, like, hey, it would be really nice to go to this restaurant, or I'm free this Friday, I hope he is too. Hey, I have some vacation days saved up, I can go on a long vacation next month, or, I have this family gathering in a few months. I'm hoping that we're so solid by then that like we can swing this or something like that. And then he mentions it like literally the day after, or like later in the day, or the next message to you, he'll mention like, hey, by the way, I have this Friday free. I was wondering if you want to chat or hang out, go on a date, blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, like, I don't know if you have any vacations coming up or time off, or some, time that you can take off from your busy life for, a week or two trip next month. Like I had this trip in mind. I've always wanted to go, and I would love to go there with you. Hey, in a few months I have this wedding or this family event or this friends thing that, is my best friend, or, a really close family event. It's really important. I would like you to come with me. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I have one too. We could probably swing that the same weekend, or we can go to each other's that month. Everything just kind of like, it's like, that's so weird. I was just thinking that. How did he say that? How did he know? You two are getting very, very well connected. That's why you two aren't worried about like how the two of you would get along, like the stability in your connection, or how you two would live together, or how you two aren't worried about how you two would live together, or your future plans, or your long-term plans, or anything like that. You two are more concerned with making sure like you take the opportunities that come through at this time in your connection, at this time in your life. All right, so let's see how he actually feels about the connection between the two of you. A new start is coming. Yeah. So I feel like there's like a period of time where you two kind of felt confined in the connection, and somehow it could be physically you felt confined, or could have, I'm feeling physically confined, either because you two were at a distance, or you two were so busy with work or other responsibilities, health or family. You two, were kind of just had to stay local most of the time, or, financial situation, or whatever the situation was. It feels like you two were confined, and now it's like freedom. Now you guys can travel, you can have fun, you can like do things that you've always wanted to do. And this is like a fresh energy coming into the connection. This is what he wants to capitalize on. He definitely feels that there is a next chapter coming, the next destination, a new journey, a new adventure. Oh my goodness. And the 4 of Wands. We have the 3 of Wands to the 4 of Wands, the 8 of Wands. It's crazy. I feel like things are going to happen pretty quickly. Again, with the home card, I feel like if you two like aren't already living together, it's going to be like, okay, let's live together so then we could travel. You know, we have a home base that we can put our stuff or that we can come back to, but then we can travel like crazy. Or like, yeah, there's something about like, let's move in or let's move or let's do this real quick. Let's get married real quick. Let's move in real quick. Let's, you know, meet each other's family real quick. And then we'll do all the rest. And then we'll like go fly. So I feel like there's a definite energy of like, let's get this home situation settled up. So if you're already living together, it's kind of like let's move to this other place, or let's get our home situated. Let's get married, or let's make this official, or whatever it is. And then we can go on our adventures. If you're not yet living together, it's like, yeah, let's move into the same town, same city. Let me come visit you where you are, or how about you come visit me and stay with me for like weeks or months, and then we can go on these adventures together. So there's a definite feeling of coming together in the same physical home, whether it's a new home, it's like settling into a new home together, whether it's your first time or just a new home, or just kind of getting some sort of home situation situated. Like maybe you need some paperwork and be easier to travel or something like that. Get that all done. And so you can start your new chapter together and have fun and, a new destination. So new, like, hey, let's make this next chapter of our lives about traveling, or about, you know, trying new things, or like, you know, doing things before we have kids, or doing all the things that we always want to do at this age of our lives, or things like that, you know. Really exciting, Pile 4. This seems like really good energy. It's very unique. You're going to find that like not everyone in your family or friend circle or coworkers like live this kind of life, but you feel like you're very lucky to be able to have this kind of experience in life, and especially with someone who wants to experience it with you. There's definitely a lot of love here, but that's not the issue. The issue is you both have been feeling kind of confined and are so excited to be free and to like love life together. And with the 8 of Wands, like it's like an extended honeymoon kind of feeling. All right. So and with your Feed the Artist, I definitely feel like you're free to be creative. Both of you take interest in each other's interests. You have time to do things for yourself. I'm getting like, this is like before you have kids, or while the kids are away at like camp or at grandma's or whatever, or they just, you know, the last kid just moved out to college or moved out on their own, or, you know, the grandkids are taken care of. You babysat, you took care of your parents, you took care of the grandkids, and now it's just the two of you, and you could just kind of do what you want or whatever. Something about like your home responsibilities are taken care of. No one to bother you. It's just the two of you, and you can just do whatever you want. It's like, this is such a rare opportunity in life where you can just do whatever you want. Take it. That's what he's saying. Like, let's take this opportunity. Like, we don't know if we'll ever get that again, you know? All right, Pile 4, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, if you resonated and liked the reading, I'd really appreciate a like or comment. It really helps me out. Thank you so much for your support. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. I wish you much love and light.